What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with another video. And today we are going to be doing the New Orleans Saints 2022 to 2023 deep dive. So if you guys are new, like, comment, subscribe, show all that love down in the comment section below. Of course, if you guys are new, I would love for you guys to be able to stick around, be able to chat. We got Discord. So if you want to chat with me directly, feel free to go there, talk with me anytime. Without further ado, let's get right into the video looking at the rookie class. You got Chris Olave, which you essentially traded multiple first round picks, if I'm not mistaken, for. That's a little bit harsh. I don't think he's worth multiple firsts. He's a good wide receiver, but I understand you guys really wanted somebody to be a true two to Michael Thomas. I didn't really tear it apart that much. He's a really good player. But Trevor Penning, I was not a fan of him. I had a third round grade on him. Thought he was extremely raw. Didn't really like his personality concerns. And I don't know if I think he got injured, so he's going to be out for a little bit. But some of that, I don't know. I'm tripping up right now. It's a little bit late, but getting Trevor Penning those reps is going to be key because he's not Teron Armstead, and it's going to pose a major threat to you guys. Yes, I think he did get injured. That's why I remember seeing a post about it. Alontae Taylor was the surprise to me in round two. I was not a fan of him at all. I didn't really think that he was built to be a really good corner in the NFL, but I would be more than happy to be proven wrong. I always say that. It's like I really could give a rat's ass about being right as long as we get to have some good football. I think I'll be happy. DeMarco Jackson's a solid vet linebacker. Jordan Jackson, it is the way it is. But you address positions of need. That's why I was very polite with giving you a B minus. I just don't really know if it was with value, and honestly, with an honest answer right now, I think I should probably put it in that C range. I just didn't really like the draft, especially the lack of players there. But you had a good offseason. So let's check the roster right now, starting off with the quarterback. We're using spottrack.com that organizes this by alphabetical order, not the logical one that we do. Starting off with Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, Ian Book. That's a good quarterback room. Jameis still trying to find himself. I hope he does, and I hope he stays healthy because he has a lot of potential. Running back Alvin Kamara, another person who needs to stay healthy because he is so dynamic. Mark Ingram there, of course, it's just a fun guy to bring back in the building. Besides that, I'm not a fan of the running back room. You guys need some help there. Dwayne Washington, Tony Jones, not a fan at all. There's going to be some good running backs in the free agency market right now that you guys can claim off waiver. Let's go to the wide receivers because this is a big issue. You got Michael Thomas coming off injury. We don't know how he's actually going to be. There's a lot of rumors that he's looking like the old Michael Thomas, and I'd hope so because he's a really fun player to watch. Granted, all he does is slants, but he is a good wide receiver. Chris Olave, obviously a really good too. And then you got Jarvis in the slot, but not exactly a huge fan of Jarvis anymore. Juwan Johnson's a fun guy too. Marquez Callaway has his moments. You have dudes. Traquan Smith, obviously, like the guy who's infamous for catching the passing yards record for Drew Brees, which is cool. But again, not really. I'm not shocked because Jarvis is a shell of himself. I don't really think he's a true leader anymore. He's not going to be a guy who's going to be putting up 1,000 yards. Chris Olave has a lot of potential, but it's really dependent on how afraid defenses are of Michael Thomas. Because if they think Michael Thomas is a shell of himself, just like Jarvis, the focus is on Chris, and he's a little bit too thin. He's around 180 pounds. He's a little too thin to be able to take all that wear and tear in the focus. He won't be able to get open if he has two guys on him, regardless of how good and how smooth of a route runner he can be. Tight end wise, I think Juwan Johnson deserves to be in that category. Taysom Hill, Nick Vannett, Adam Troutman. I don't really think that it's a very good tight end room. I know a lot of people are going to defend Adam Troutman. He's had some moments, so very happy to see that. I think he was from Rutgers, if I'm not mistaken. He was from one of these crazy, not normal schools. So I'm not a huge fan of the tight end room. Overall, the weapons I think are more brand name than actually good players. So I just did a video on the Carolina Panthers, and they have a loaded squad. I don't know what they gave up for LaVisca, but this team should have been on the phone. This team needed LaVisca, and they didn't do that. So, it sucks, but it is the way it is. Tackle wise, you got Trevor Penning here, as well as Ryan Ramczyk. Again, backup to Trevor Penning, Landon Young. A lot of people had a lot of faith in this kid. I didn't. No pun intended to Lewis kid here. I don't think Landon Young is really the answer, but power to you if you believe that. I'm not a fan of the depth. Not really a fan of the starters either. Brian Ramczyk is a beast. I'm not trying to shit on him. He's a beast. But man, I'm a little bit worried about you guys in that aspect. That's definitely something that'll be reflected in the records. Guard wise, you got Andreas Pete, Forrest Lamp. I know that you also end up using, where's he at? Cesar Ruiz and Eric McCoy in certain roles, as well as Nick Martin. So I hope you can use these three as your pure starters, because I'm not a huge fan of Pete. I know he's had his moments, but like I'm pretty sure he's starting. So it's probably going to be Andreas Pete as well as Cesar Ruiz and Eric McCoy with Nick Martin as a backup. So again, it's a good enough offensive line. Cesar Ruiz has been absolute cheeks for some reason. That sucks because most Michigan linemen have been actually ascending, not descending. McCoy is just an absolute freak. So big fan of him. But yeah, that offense, the left tackle spot, a guard spot, almost both guard spots, and then really legitimate wide receiver production. Like it has a lot of fluctuation. If Michael Thomas is Michael Thomas, then there's some hope. But we saw what Jameis could do with nothing. I hope he can make something do with these guys. Defensive line building out. David Onyemata, very solid Shy Tuttle, good depth there as well. I think that you probably could get somebody else who's a little bit better in terms of depth, but I think you patch the hole with Shy for the meantime. Cam Jordan, Marcus Davenport, Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner, I was not a big fan of him. He has not been really like the superpower of the first round that you guys drafted him in. Marcus Davenport's been progressing. So hopefully he's able to take a step up and actually deliver in his contract year. Cam Jordan's Cam Jordan. He's a beast. No need to talk about him. Besides that, I am seeing a lack of legitimate depth here. Taco Charlton, who's been cut off every single team in history, which sucks because I thought Taco could be something. But again, you have three edges. Usually one of them at least is hurt. So I'm a little bit worried about depth past that. Linebacker wise, you got John Bostic in here, who I think is a great guy to just stick in there and just be able to pause. He's a good guy to have. Apparently, DeMarco Jackson's out possibly for the year. RIP. But John Bostic's just a good guy to fill in. He's just been super consistent, super solid. Nephi Sewell as a depth linebacker, nice. Pete Werner's been doing a pretty good job, I've heard, and he's made plays when I watched. I liked Pete Werner a lot, so I'm excited to see him be able to play at that level. Zach Bond, Demario Davis, he's a beast. Big fan. Zach Bond has some potential too. So, again, linebacker depth is another concern. Again, injuries happen there because you're like pretty much covering and in the run game. A little bit worried about that. Technically a slot corner / safety. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a beast. I like him. Smoke Monday, I think, towards ACL. RIP to that. Daniels, oh God. So I'm pretty sure, like, I know obviously Tyrann Mathieu in here. I assume they put both of their free agent acquisitions under free safety. They did. Marcus May, Tyrann Mathieu. They're true starters, as well as, of course, Chauncey probably in the slot. They have probably the best safety duo, or arguably one of, in the league. And I think that's a big W, especially for the price. They're both really good players. Of course, aging, Tyrann might be a shell of himself. Marcus May might be on the way down, but they're still really good players. Cornerback wise, Marshawn Lattimore is a beast. He's worthy of that contract. But Bradley Roby was kind of more of a desperation move, hence why he hasn't gotten a contract extension, and why you drafted Alontae Taylor very overratedly in the second round. Paulson Adebo, I liked him. He made some plays, but I'm PJ Williams, not too shabby either. But you have some legitimate questions here at actual corner too. That's not going to push that many games out for me, but I am a little bit concerned. Let's see if my hate towards you guys is warranted. Week 1, you're going against the Falcons with a new quarterback, yada, yada. I don't have that much faith in the Falcons, so don't worry. Week 2, Tom Brady's going to be coming out, man, and you're in a dome, so I don't really think that provides a home field legitimate advantage. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. He's coming for revenge. He looks drained out. I think he wants to end on a high note. Panthers, I just did their video, man. They have a loaded receiver core, and I don't think that their offensive line's as bad as we actually think. I do think Baker could actually put it together. The Vikings, I'm giving you guys this one. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I'm going to give the Seahawks an 0-17 record. Just going to be honest. You go to Arizona. I shouldn't really give them. I shouldn't really give you this victory either, but I'm going to. They have absolutely nothing at cornerback, and I'm just not a fan of them. The Raiders. Now, I think that potentially Marshawn Lattimore could do it one-on-one. I know there's some videos of him getting like made silly here, but I think that offensive line is way worse than the Panthers. We'll check it out when we do their video, but I think the Saints could take a dub there. I don't need to talk about the Ravens. They're absolute ballers. The Steelers are at home as well. It's starting to get later in the year, and they're fully rested. The Rams are very powerful. Again, I think that Jalen Ramsey can lock down anybody, and they have a good safety core, and they have Aaron Donald, and you guys have nothing in terms of left tackle help. Ooh, now that could change this game. So you're going against Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. I'm sorry, I gotta flip it to the Raiders. I do. I think the Raiders are gonna be good, not that good, but good. I'm gonna probably be flipping some games for them. But yeah, I mean the Steelers are fully healthy. The Niners also have like Nick Bosa in there. They're at home as well. Buccaneers are gonna sweep you guys, and you'll take the cake in the division rivalry right there. The Browns are having Deshaun. The Eagles are freaking loaded. And then you take the cake versus the Panthers in week 18. Where does that put y'all? 7-10. You guys are going to hate me for this, but you guys have to understand you don't have a true left tackle. You don't even have a healthy one right now. And you're going up against teams like the Bengals should beat you. The Vikings should beat you. Like, I'm being very generous with this rank, with this grading, being very generous. I would not be surprised to see you guys lower than this. So I hate to be rude like that, but that's just the truth. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the far side. Peace.